Greetings, everybody. You know what this room looks like. It's another day. I kidnapped Gwen. Well, what we have done this week has been nothing short of miraculous for the library. But I kidnapped Gwen and I'm making her tell even more stories. Now, the next one, I have a feeling I'm going to get just a little embarrassed by, but the next one has a backstory to the piece of leather that Gwen is going to be sharing. So I promise I won't blush much. And this one, Miss Hardy, go right ahead.
Well, Mom says I have to go all the way back. I just can't start with a piece of leather. As many of you, I'm sure, probably started the same way I did. One of the first books that I was told to read was To Love, to Bathe, to Serve. So I did. And it fascinated me like I'm sure it fascinated a lot of you. Well, fast forward a little bit, one of the years after Miss World Leather, I had taken a road trip up and stayed with Mama Vi and Jill for about a week to 10 days or so. When I was there, I started cataloging all the magazines and everything that she had and stuff because she was notorious for buying duplicates because she didn't know what she had. So I helped her out there. And during the course of that week, later during the week and everything is when 12th night happened. Well, I had kind of disappeared and everything during all the mass chaos downstairs, and I had gone up to Vi's room. And for some reason, I was in her closet. And not only did I find the big shackles that she used to have to wear to sleep in, and I thought I was going to get a full of muscle just trying to pick the darn things up. They were that heavy. But while I was in there, I ran across a shirt that she had that I really liked. And so I took it out and I laid it across her bed, and I went and asked for a Sharpie and a newspaper. And pretty much I attempted the best I could to draw out and trace the pattern of that shirt because, you know, I've tinkered around with leather work and stuff like that. And she thought I was nuts and everything, but by the time she came up and finally found where I was, because she was wondering where I disappeared off to, and I told her what I was doing. And there were two of these originally made because I really liked the shirt. The first one I made in red leather, and boy was it sharp. But I sold it off of eBay whenever it became too large for me. And this one I didn't sell because it's a hunter green, which is the boy colors. But this is the end result of that shirt that I found in her closet. Now, keep in mind that I added these to the shirt. I added the pinstripe across here, and I added these here and the D-rings and stuff just to customize it to my taste and stuff. And I also did it on the back, making it stand out a little bit, you know, more and everything. But this was handmade by me using a newspaper trace pattern that I had created when I found this shirt in Vi's closet. And it just tickles her every day. She remembers this, that I actually did it, but it actually turned out pretty darn good. And the first time I wore one of them, I couldn't believe the number of people that came up to me. Where did you get that shirt? Where did you get that shirt? I want one and everything. But there were only two made, one in red, and somebody out there has got it because I did sell it. And then this hunter green that I'm turning over for mine to find a special boy, you know, to be able to pass this on to.
And Gwen, do you remember, by any odd chance, who has that red shirt? Did you make a note?
No. Back then I wasn't too concerned with it. It was too big and I could use the extra cash, so I sold that one on eBay. I have no idea who bought it or anything.
Just wondering. Just wondering. And you notice the constant references to eBay, and you remember that pin
Mama's
You
eBay
know,
whore.
that we showed you the last time we did stories, Mama's eBay whore. Now you
That's
understand.
why Karen Ultra insisted Mama need to give me a pen called Mama's eBay whore. I'm a big collector, or I was a big collector, just like Vi is. And I had tons of magazines, pens, patches, newspapers, you know, posters, and so on and so forth that I would find. I have already turned over the main part of my library to Vi and everything, because I had to move home with my mom and take care of her for a while, and I knew I couldn't take it. And I mean, everything from the first IML poster that was printed in German all the way to the Drum magazine, which was the little paper magazine prior that they were putting out just prior to the actual Drummer magazine, was in that collection and everything. And I know Vi has sent a lot of it to, I believe she said, the South Florida Annex and everything. So the main things, I wanted it all to stay in the family within the library. And the next box that I got here is mainly my boots. For those of you that may or may not know, I've recently gone through breast cancer, and one of the side effects of breast cancer and the nasty chemicals and everything they give you in chemo is it will cause you to have neuropathy in the feet, and that is what's happened. And since I'm very not very likely to be able to wear my boots anymore, I'm passing those along. Well, I've also go along with the short legs that I've got a little small foot. So it's going to take someone special to be able to fit in these. So if you've got a tiny foot, you may want to check with Vi. She's got several pair of boots here and everything. I'm keeping just one pair and everything, because when I go out, I can only stand them for so long, you know, before my feet are killing me. But I've got quite a few, about 4 pair that I'm passing on, including this nice set of pair of Doc Martens. For those of you that want to drool.
What size is your foot? About a 2?
I wear, normally whenever I buy my tennis shoes, I go, first place I head is the kids section in the shoe store. I can usually wear a size 5.5 to 6 in boys. I don't know if those have a size tag, but in women's, I believe I'll wear a 7 and everything. I'm not sure if there's a size inside of those boots or not, or on the bottom. And this is a pair of oil tan Doc Martens that I used to wear on occasion. They're not the 3/4 lengths like the other pair was. Let's see if I can find a tag.
Oh, once you put it together.
Of course, Doc Martens come a little different sizing because they're made in England. Sorry guys, I don't see a tag.
Tiny. That's the size. Tiny.
But here's my hand. So you see, it's not even 2 hand lengths. I got a tiny foot. So there's an oil tan pair.
You'll be walking in some good footsteps, whoever gets these.
This pair were given to me by my mistress, Karen McGee. And I know a lot of you are going to really drool over these. They are super nice. A knee-high pair of Doc Martens in excellent shape. And let's see if I can happen to see a size in these.
I'll take this one.
This says made in England, size 5. So you know how small your foot's got to be. But
You see that?
tiny foot, lovely pair of Doc Marten knee highs.
Look at the insignia on the side. You can still see it beautifully pressed into the leather.
this pair of boots I purchased off of eBay, and the calf of it, because I was a little bit heavier at the time, was a little bit too wide, so I cut a thing here and then sewed in a little strip, and I put on a little buckle thing and the stuff there. But this is a pair of Carolinas that I know you're probably drooling over, because I'm drooling over them right now. But I did purchase these off of eBay. I have no idea where they came from. I do know Joe Bloss saw them when I was wearing them at Miss World, and she fell in love with them. I know Joe has a small foot as well. So Joe Bloss, if you're out there and you run across five, there's your chance to get that pair of boots that you always wanted.
Better yet,
And it is
let's tell her that.
it is a size 6 in Carolinas. And I absolutely loved wearing this pair of boots. I had to put on, they were actually a little too big for me. I had to wear 2 pair of thick socks, and that my foot still slid a little bit. So sometimes I push toilet paper up in the front here to try to keep my foot from slipping. You gonna call Joe while
Might as
the
well.
video's running? That's the boots that I've got. And I have just a couple of belts down here. And the last thing I got, and I got this out of a basket auction. And it's a pair of boxing trunks. You know, for boxing, size large, silk. By the way, my father was a boxer, so that was one of my interests on these.
Joe, this is Vi, and I am sitting here with boy Gwen Hardy. Now, Gwen is telling stories, and one of the stories she was telling was about a pair of boots that you fell in love with way back during this world. Well, in telling the story of the fact that you fell in love with them, we decided, or actually Gwen decided, that now that she's passing these things on, the person she wanted to pass the boots on to was you. So while we were televising, we wanted to let you know that. So, Gwen, any special message for Joe?
It's a size 6 Carolinas. You fell in love with them when you saw them. I know you've got a small foot, just like I got one, so I'm hoping a size 6 will fit you, and that you can take these and enjoy them for however long and pass them on, you know, later.
Joe, they will be coming your way.
That's cool. That's all the stuff in the bins that I brought up with me. I don't know if you want to talk about my thing over there with patches in it or what, or another
We're going
video.
to do that in another video. For now, good folks, see you in the library.